everyone, and welcome back to my channel. God, it's been a while since I've sat down and actually filmed a video for you guys. So today is Sunday, August 1st, and I am pretty much in the middle of doing my makeup when I decided might as well just sit down and talk while I try to do a reverse cat eye, because I've been watching some YouTubers, mainly I got the idea from Michaela Noguera doing it. Check out her TikTok, it's really hilarious. She's very funny, she's very talented. So I've already went ahead and did my base. I went in and used the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, even though I'm probably gonna take this off in a while because it's pretty much noon at the moment here in El Paso. I went to the gym this morning, so hence this shirt here, but whatever, it's my channel, I get to dress how I want to. So on top of that, I went ahead and used the Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I'm in the shade Alaska. I've been loving this a lot. I've been trying this thing where I'm trying to do concealer first and then the tinted moisturizer. Yesterday I used the Tarte Shade Tape Ultra Creamy, and I don't know, it didn't look good. So I'm using this one right now, which is the Radiant Creamy Concealer. So far it looks good. It looks good. Now I just have brows done, used the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I bent the spoolie so that way I can just do this, because I see people bending their spoolies. So I might as well just do that. And then of course, to clean it up, use the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I'm in the shade NC35, which I should probably get a shade maybe lighter, but I don't know, it's not noticeable. And then of course I did go in with, again for the rest of it, for more concealing, went in with Custard. This is ginger, what I use under, and then for my under eye and brightening I use Custard. So those have been two things. So right now I already primed my eyes. I'm gonna go in and do this, so I'm not gonna ramble on too much. So I decided to go yesterday to MAC and did the Back to MAC, as you guys kind of know the program that MAC has been having for God knows how long, where you return 6 MAC containers and you get like one for empty containers. You can get like your choice of a lipstick, lip gloss, or eyeshadow. So I had enough containers, and so I got some shadows here, and some of them I did have to purchase at Dillard's. So I went and got this one I already own, which is Wedge. So I got all of these ones. So I'm actually going to be using pretty much all of these eyeshadows plus the liner that I got. So yeah, I'm probably going to do a heck of a lot of editing. So right now I'm going to start in. I reprime my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Best eyeshadow primer ever. If you can't afford it, get yourself at least the Milani eyeshadow primer. It's drugstore version, recommend it. It does take a while to blend, but it's whatever. So I'm gonna go in, I should probably have a picture for reference, but we're just gonna wing it. So I'm actually probably, you know what, I'm just gonna start with the shade Soft Brown, and I'm gonna start it on my crease as a transition shade, and then we're gonna see how it goes. I'm filming, I upgraded my phone back in May, so I got an iPhone 12, the 12 Pro Max. I'm filming this video. It finally gives me the option of filming in 4K. So yay, hooray. I'm trying not to be, I'm not being sarcastic here. So I'm gonna start this in the middle here. All right, so I'm not gonna lie, like this. I like this shadow here. It's really blending it out. Now I'm going to take the shade Saddle, which is another matte. Keep in mind, all of these shades are mattes. So I'm going to try and do that. So I'm actually going to start it from right here and then focus it on the outer V. So then going back to I'm going to go in and take the shade Wedge here. It's probably going to be a little bit too dark, but again, this is pretty like making this attempt here. So I'm going to take this MAC 246 brush. I think this brush has been discontinued, but I don't know. I usually use Wedge as like a transition shade when I'm using like other shadows. I'm trying to do like, I don't know if I'm like neutrals or anything, I don't know, but I usually use that shade. But we're gonna put it into the lid This is just to blend it out. Tapping it in. Like, I'm noticing in front of the camera that it just looks like one brown blob. But then I'm looking close and it kind of does like a one giant brown blob. I should have gotten like a lighter shade. Like maybe like a bone color, but I don't know. I don't know if it looks a little bit too dark, then we're gonna go in with maybe a ColourPop Super Shock shadow or something. I think I'm gonna go in with a Super Shock formula. So that way we can at least get a little bit mentioned, but I'm just gonna put this in. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing, to say the least. Oh, good Lord. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to go in with a super shock one. I don't have shimmers or anything else. All right, so I just went through my shadows. So I'm gonna go through my collection. So I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the Super Shock eyeshadows. This is the Raw Beauty Christy collab with ColourPop. This is in the color Mycelium. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this, put it in the finger. Super Shock formulas, you gotta realize. So I'm just gonna put this on my eyes. So right now, so again, basically I'm gonna try and focus. And like earlier, it was just looking like a whole giant matte blob. And I wasn't feeling it. So I'm gonna take that same eyeshadow brush as the other side, and we're just going to go and tap it in, spread it out. That way at least it has more color. I'm not a huge fan of like the ColourPop Super Shock formula. Like, and I don't know if I said this before or not, but like it is just one form. Like this formula here is like so difficult to work with in terms of using a brush. Like you have to use your fingers for it. Like I don't like the eyeshadows, pretty much I know that you have to use like your fingers for it. But like when you're saying like using the blushers or even the highlighters, like how the hell do I use that? Like how the hell do I use the Super Shock formula on for real? Like, does anybody know? I don't know. So I'm gonna try to do this again. If not, I'm just gonna use my finger and then take it off with a makeup wipe. So I think that should be it for the top. Let me move forward here. I think you can kind of see it. I don't know. First time doing everything. Usually, I don't know. Next time around, I think next time if I go to MAC again, I'm probably gonna get something that's a little bit lighter than this, just so that way, or I don't know, probably gonna do some experimentations. Who knows? Most of the time, you're not gonna get things right the first time. It takes a lot of practice for it. So, right now, there you guys. So right now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is now get into the nitty-gritty of the my attempt reverse cat eye. So, I'm gonna take the MAC. So I'm gonna take this Kohl liner. This is from MAC. I got this yesterday when I was at the MAC store because so far all of my eyeliners that are own are gel. And the problem with gel liners and what people don't oftentimes realize is that gel liners are not the easiest thing to like. They're not the easiest eyeliners to work on in terms of smudging. Like if you want to honestly like get something out of it, you gotta get a Kohl liner. And unfortunately, like at the drugstore, sorry guys, I'm trying to put this on without styling my eye out. So yeah, doing the tight line first. So we're gonna do it on the left eye, but yeah, pretty much like as we all know, like everything's sold even at the drugstore. Like if you want a Kohl, you have to get like those, like I think like Maybelline majority of their eyeliners, and I could be wrong, are all gel. The only brand I can think of that sells like Kohl would be Wet n Wild and L'Oreal. I think those are the only two brands I know, because they have like L'Oreal's like the thick Kajal like pencil. So yeah, I don't know, like I haven't gotten it yet, but whatever. So I'm gonna take, so I already just tight line. So I tight line my left eye, so now I'm gonna go in and smudge this out here. I'm gonna take the same pencil here and I'm gonna smudge it out. So even though I put in concealer right now, but right now what I'm doing here, but I haven't set, which is a great thing because if I screw up somewhere, I can just go get on top with some more concealer and just try to fix it or something, because once you set something with powder, it's a fucking bitch to do it. So I'm gonna take a brush somewhere along the lines. I'm gonna take a smudger brush. I'm gonna take this one here. Or you know what? Let me see if I can find a smudger brush that has not been dirty. Oh, there it is. So I'm going to take this Zoeva smudger brush that I found at TJ Maxx, and I'm going to start smudging it out. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to probably try to set a wing. So yeah. So I'm taking my smudger brush and I am moving it up top. So it looks like I kind of created a wing, but not really. I'm going to try to connect it a little bit from the top, just at least of it. I know more than likely they're gonna be like, no, you shouldn't be doing that, but I don't know. So I'm gonna go on ahead and stop it here, because so right now it's looking like it's already hit, like almost connected my brow. So I'm gonna try my best. So I'm gonna leave it like there and just begin to smudge down, because normally for the most part, you know, liner, your liner can take, well, I mean, depending on how you see it, it can touch it, but I mean, I wouldn't do it, in my honest opinion. So yeah, so I'm gonna go right on in and do the same thing on my left eye, I mean on my right eye, because y'all know I am a left-handed human being, or I'm a left-handed homo sapien people. So right now I'm gonna go in, and now that I'm done laying down the base, I'm gonna go in and take, again, I feel like this entire, like, majority of the shadows are gonna be MAC, except for this one, just because it was looking a little bit weird. But I'm gonna take the shade Carbon, which is another matte shade, same brush. I'm gonna use this here. I'm gonna smudge it out, so that way at least we got this. And then we're gonna go ahead and set it in. And this is just gonna help it set it out. So we're just set it. So now it's like, you guys can see it's looking a lot darker at the bottom than you would normally see it. So now I'm going to do the same thing with my right eye. Okay, so pretty much I have, all right, so I set the bottom. I haven't touched this yet. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do with this here on the wing is that for right up top, I'm gonna take a angled brush. So I'm actually gonna take this brow brush, but it has an angle here. This is a Sephora brush. It's kind of funny though how it's like Sephora. I don't know, I bought this years ago when I first was like using powder for my when I was using like pomades and powders and stuff, and then I bought a replacement one during the VAB sale, and then all of a sudden now like they changed it. So I don't know what's been going on here. I think I had another brush here that I used for that matter, but I don't know if it's, oh, it is here. Whatever, we're just gonna use this. So I'm gonna take this brush here, and now I'm gonna go on ahead and set it here. I'm gonna go down here, and then I'm gonna try and possibly connect it. Tap it to the top, not too much, because again, this is a reverse cat eye, so, and for when I've seen it, it doesn't, like, it's not a full-on, like, top wing. So I'm gonna take it from the bottom, and then just lightly go up top here. As you can see, it formed it. So now we're gonna now I'm gonna flip it over and then make it right here. And it's kind of forming like a little bit, I don't know, again. So we're just gonna like, it's looking like this. I don't know. This is my first time doing it, so my first time actually doing a reverse cat eye. Because when I saw Michaela and Painted by Spencer doing it, it looked good, but I don't know. My ass does a lot of weird things. And then I'm gonna take it here as well. Do it some shadow. Hopefully it looks good. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now because it's supposed to be a reverse cat eye. If it looks stupid, then of course we can just say it was my first attempt. Who knows? So I'm gonna go in and do the same thing with the right eye. Sorry guys if I was a little bit so. I think it's coming out okay. I could be wrong. Alright, so I think that's pretty much how it's coming out, at least on my end. I don't know, because this is my first time doing it, people, so don't judge me. Alright, so now I'm going to go on ahead and drop the pop socket there. So now I'm going to go on ahead and blend it all out with the shade Espresso. And I'm going to take... I'm actually going to take, you know what, I'm going to take this Revlon Crease Shadow Brush. This brush has been discontinued, and I'm going to take it, I'm going to start smudging, blending it out at the bottom so that one doesn't look too dark. And then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is the... Okay, yeah, I definitely screwed up somewhere. Well, yeah, it's looking... Oh, good lord. Okay, so I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think that I'm gonna axe this brush. I'm gonna take another... Okay, you know what? We're gonna take this tiny brush here, and this is from Morphe x Jaclyn Hill, and this is the JH24. So I'm gonna go around and go with this eye because I feel like me going with a crease brush is going to make things a lot. Like, this is looking like a hot mess. Let's see how this one eye works out. I'm just gonna fix it, of course, with some concealer. Okay, so I'm taking this JH brush and just out here and see how it looks. I'm probably gonna have to like take a look at it. Okay, so sorry guys, I had to like pause the video because I'm like trying to figure this shit out. But yeah, so pretty much this is looking like a hot mess. I'm actually gonna take, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some micellar water and clean it up, and then we're gonna move on. Right now I am looking like a total raccoon maniac, whatever it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a Q-tip or little cotton bud with some micellar water, and I'm gonna clean up the bottom, even though I technically already put in the other one here. And the great thing is that at least I can go back in and like, sometimes you screw up. Sometimes if you make mistakes, you can just go in. Like, since I already have like my base already done, which I should have not done in the first place. All right, so I already went ahead and fixed it up a little bit with that cotton bud. Right, so I'll pick up this mess later. So I'm gonna go on ahead and go in again with espresso, and I'm gonna try to blend it out. I'm gonna use this brush here because every single other brush, brush has been dirtied, and this is why I don't have clean brushes. This is why I run out of clean eyeshadow brushes. Okay, so it's been blended out nicely with espresso. So now I'm gonna go in. So I'm gonna go in and try to finish up the rest of this look. I'm gonna probably take a little bit because I tried doing this here. So I think try to fix the rest of this eye here so it doesn't look horrible. Okay, so I think I managed to do it properly. So right now I'm gonna go on ahead and put on some mascara and then put some lashes off camera, and then we're gonna go on ahead and just proceed on with the rest of the face. So yeah. Okay, so I'm back with lashes on. I went ahead and used the Ardell Double Up 207s, which I have on. After this one, I'm probably gonna have to tear them up. And then I went ahead for my mascara. I use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. I do like it. So right now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, since I went ahead and removed most of my under eye concealer with the micellar water, I'm gonna go back in with again with Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, this is a custard. I'm gonna use just a tiny, maybe like a dot here, and then we're just gonna go on ahead and blend this out. For the sponge, I'm gonna go and grab my E.L.F. Camo, I think it's the E.L.F. Camo Concealer Sponge. I'm gonna open up this mirror. So I'm gonna take this right there. I'm not gonna be very honest here, like, so I'm gonna blend this out. Okay, so I think that's pretty much how it's gonna go. Sorry guys. It took me like 2 tries to get my right lash on. So yeah, right now it's just bugging me, but whatever. At this point, it's whatever if it's basically my lashes stick together. Moving forward, I'm gonna go around and try out this new product that I got from Ulta. This is the Laura Mercier Celestial Light Translucent Setting Powder. So this is actually, I think this is like their more like luminizing powder. I don't know. Karen, I like talked about it on her Instagram, and she like used it. I know she like raved about it. So just FYI, I own the original Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and I also own the glowy one, which, if I'm going to be very honest, I would not recommend that powder if you're looking, unless you are into the idea of setting your entire face with a highlighter. So I'm going to go on ahead and take this, and go on ahead and shake it, remove the little tape here. So I'm going to take whatever is on the lid, use the other side of the sponge, and we're just gonna try to see how it goes. Low-key, there's a part of me that is like hoping that it gives me like the luminizer pressed powder from Urban Decay. If you guys have used that powder before, you guys know if you guys know what that powder is, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, so let's just try it here, see how it works. I'm gonna try it on the under eye and see how it works out, because if it looks like a freaking highlighter, then I'm screwed. Then I might as well just put it in my highlighter drawer. It looks like I put on some highlighter on, but let me try the rest of this powder here, because if not, then here go then. It looks like I put on a highlighter under my eye. I mean, it literally looks like I put on a highlighter, like a lightly colored, like the cookie. It feels like I put on the cookie highlighter on my eye. So, I mean, at this point, can't go back now. I'm gonna take the rest of it. I'm just gonna press it onto my forehead just to see how that looks. Now, just off of first impressions of this powder here, it looks very, like, it looks like I put on a highlighter under my eye. So I'm gonna try this maybe again to see how it works out. If it looks like a highlighter, then it's a bust. I'm probably not gonna return it, but I'm more likely gonna put it on my eyes, but I don't know at this moment. I'm gonna take some of the, let me see which highlighter. I'm gonna take some of the E.L.F. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist just to see how this looks with it on. With the setting spray with it melted. I haven't gone in yet with bronzer or anything else, but so far it looks, I mean, compared to like the Laura Mercier translucent glow powder, that one, I mean, it's not as bad as I think it would be, as I thought it would be, but still it looks like I have a highlighter on. I'm gonna try maybe again, and maybe try it again. I wouldn't, I mean, I don't know if I would set my whole face with it. I mean, I don't even set my whole face with powder, so let's just go with that. So now moving forward on with this video, because God knows it's taken, we start filming at 12 and it's already like close to being 2 in the afternoon, or I think it's 2 in the afternoon, I don't know. I honestly have lost no short time. Whatever. So for my bronzer, I kind of want to go in. Do I want? You know what? I think we're gonna. So I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light Bronzer, or I'm gonna go. Sorry, I'm gonna go with the Ambient Lighting Bronzer and Radiant Bronze Light. So I'm gonna go in with that one just because, I mean, I could technically wear the Tantour, but, or the Fenty one, but I don't, but I'm honestly not, I don't know, like today I'm not feeling cream bronzers. I'm just gonna go with the powder bronzer. Sorry guys, my whole entire beauty area is a mess. So taking my trusty Fenty Beauty mirror, and I'm just gonna put this on. Sorry, I'm checking to see how it looks in the mirror, and so far, I mean, it's looking good. All right, bronzer done. So now I'm gonna go right on in and move on to blush, and I'm gonna take my trusty Gold Benefit Gold Rush bronzer blush. I really like this blush a lot. Like, I'm not joking with you guys, I do like this blush a lot. I've even hit pan on it, as you guys can kind of tell. Like, it's a beautiful, I feel like this is a beautiful, like, peachy, like, it says like a nectar, golden nectar brush, but it's a beautiful, like it's a very light peachy blush. It's kind of interesting how it's like nobody talks about this blush at all. All right, so blush is on. Now I'm gonna go right on in and put on more highlighter. So for highlighter, I think I am going to be using the Master Chrome from Maybelline's Master Chrome and Molten Gold. And the reason is because I've had this highlighter for a good while and I haven't used it up, and I've been wanting to use it up. I feel like you're gonna be seeing more of these highlighters. You're gonna be seeing the same products. If you guys will see some of the trend here, some of the products are going to be heavily used here in this video, just for in my tutorials, just because of the fact. And then I'm going to go in again with that same E.L.F. coconut setting spray, just to set everything in there. Okay, so I already went in. Okay, so pretty much finished overall with the face. I'm not gonna lie, I look very, very like glowy, especially my under eye and my forehead. So, you know, again, I'm just gonna keep using the warm Mercier powder, because if not, I mean, I could exchange it for credit, but whatever. So I'm gonna go in now with lips to finish off the look. Of course, after this, after I'm done with this video, I'm gonna take a couple of selfies and then take it off with Cork. And I'm gonna be very honest, the reason why I'm grabbing, the only reason I got this is because I love Sarai or Karen, or Two Shot Karen, however, you know, however you guys like to call it. I like to just call her Karen. Like, raves about this. I'm gonna put this on. You know, I need a big huge mirror. I'm gonna take this small ass little mirror. I'm gonna take this little small mirror. Good Lord. Okay, so this is definitely brown as hell. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this one here, which is half and half from MAC. So let's see how that works. If not, this is too dark. So this is overall the final look for this cat eye, like reverse cat eye look. Definitely, I'm gonna practice a little bit more on this one. Made some boo-boos. I'm gonna try out some more products down the road, or like at least newer products. I'm gonna keep doing that little combo I was doing earlier. So I'm gonna go on ahead and leave it at that. You guys enjoyed this chaotic video here, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button before you leave. Comment down below if you guys have, like, comment down below any ideas as to like what video wise, because sometimes I don't know what to film and I get discouraged. Well, I don't get discouraged, it's just like sometimes I don't know what to film. But yeah, definitely comment down below any ideas, and I'm gonna go right on ahead and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. So either have yourselves a wonderful rest of your weekend or great day whenever I upload this. And at the same time, I also forgot, make sure you hit that notification bell to be reminded of any new uploads. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. Bye.